Hey guys, what's up? It's Dragoon here. Welcome back to yet another Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro replay duel. This is probably the last one I'll do of Evols unless you guys want to see the duel specifically. Otherwise, I will post the deck profile pretty soon. I figure if it's something you guys would like to see, I'll probably do a few games, upload a few games with a certain deck, and then show you the profile. Of course, if that is if you're interested, but I'll probably upload either one more game with Evols if I can get a really good one, or the profile in the next video. But this was a great game in my opinion. I was up against Ghostricks. He also had a couple of these Speedroid monsters in here, which, as far as I know, are not in the TCG yet. And I opened like horribly. This is a really bad hand because you never really want to open with this card. Um, I don't like opening with it. I think it's kind of sometimes it can be difficult to put an Evil tile and an Evosaur into the graveyard. So let's go to get into it. It's going to be it's going to be pretty quick, and it has a lot. There's just a lot of stuff that goes on, a lot of back and forth between myself and my opponent, which is why I think this is a really solid game, just because it wasn't one-sided pretty much at all. So let's go and get into it. So I go first, obviously summoning the Diplo setting 4, because why would I not? It's like really the only thing I've got. End phase space, hitting the Sandstorm Mirror Force. Darude in the house. We go ahead and grab a Westlow with the search card. Attack into this, which just gives him a plus, essentially. So I set the Westlow. He draws a Ghostrick, and he hits me with the Raigeki, which just sucks hardcore. But at least it does make Evo Singularity live. I Solemn his monster. And he hits me with Ghostrick Catgirl. Another space. Of course, just means I can't declare attacks, but that's fine. So I don't really need to, so I'm not going to. So he summons that guy and hits me, and I go in Mirror Force, which was just great. Lets me get a little bit of a plus, because I had been so minus at that point. Making a Solda is just too good. And he gets Ghostrick Lantern, but I negate the summon just because I'm trying to keep up as much advantage as I can, even though I was at a loss at this point. But now we're even again at 3 cards apiece. I try to go to a Vanities so he can't summon Frost, but of course Solda does still get flipped. I figured Solda plus Vanities would have been amazing, but he hits me with the Speedroid, gets rid of Solda and my Emptiness, which just sucks, putting me once again on the lower end of the spectrum. So I draw into a Solemn Notice and set it. I'm actually not playing this card anymore, just because it's not out in the TCG yet, and I kind of didn't want to get used to it in case it ends up being a secret rare, and then I'm not going to spend the money to get it if it's expensive. But I go ahead and Solemn Notice the Alucard, which was just great. I think this card's just way too good, honestly. So it probably will be a secret rare. I flip over the Westlow, get a Volcano, who I use to revive Diplo, and now I've got some, can go on offense here, except, you know, Ghostrick's doing Ghostrick things, making a big wall of monsters, essentially. So I try to clear out as many as I can, make a Dolka instead of Book, which is always a good card to have. He sets, and I draw into a Sabersaurus, but I don't see any reason to summon it because, of course, I wouldn't know what he had. And here's where he gets this combo off. It's pretty good, except for there's one key mistake he makes here, flipping the Westlow down. So I get the effect again, grabbing Diplo, blowing out the trap card, making a Logia. So we've got a Logia and a Dolka. Of course, Dolka's face down. He makes him another mistake right here, attacking into the Dolka, which makes it live for negating his Ghostrick Mary. But that's okay, because as you can see, we're relatively even on cards, except right here is where I just attempt to make mass advantage. Logia negates the trap, and pretty much that seals the deal in this game, because now it's 6 cards to 1, and right here he admits defeat. So I think it's just that was such a good game, because it went from, like, I had not a great hand, he had a decent one. You know, I had like 1 card at one time, he had 1 card at one time. It was just constant back and forth of ups and downs as far as control of the board and hand control and such like that ended up being. So having advantage on either side just kept being passed and back and forth. So it was definitely a fun game. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I don't know if this was a good Ghostrick build or not, so if you play Ghostricks and based on what you've seen, you can let me know. I don't know if I don't know what the speedroids were in there for at all. But who knows? Maybe it wasn't even a good showcase. Anyway, leave a comment on this video. Let me know what you guys think. And with that, I will catch you guys next time.